Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. There's a new Game of Thrones footage that dropped on TV. We don't have an official trailer online, but it's going to be the same footage. It's just in keeping with the tradition of a lot of people dropping really big trailers like Captain America stuff or Batman v Superman stuff during sporting events instead of during traditional genre stuff like you would have expected. They're just trying to hit a different audience. So just careful for spoilers for everything that's happened on the show so far. We're just going to be talking about the new stuff in this footage. There's a little bit of new dialogue, but we get the same speech from Tyrion saying you're playing the great Game of Thrones now as it jumps from scene to scene. Daenerys playing the Game of Thrones. Sansa is going to be playing the Game of Thrones this season, in addition to the people that have been playing it this whole time like Marjorie and Cersei. Speaking of which, we get a better shot of that scene in King's Landing at the Great Sept with Jaime surrounded by Tyrell soldiers. They're trotting Marjorie out. The Faith is trotting her out. So it looks like the Queen of Thorns is going to try and take her back by force. I really love the Jaqen H'ghar voiceover though when he says, one way or another, a face is going to be added to the hall. So it sounds like Arya is going to be presented with a situation where she does have trouble killing. Meryn Trant was a slam dunk for her, but living as blind Arya, giving the gift of the many-faced god, the gift of death, is going to be a big test for her. So it's going to be really exciting. Plus, it looks like she's going super parkour. I love the idea of badass blind ninja Arya. And speaking of badass, what about the Tower of Joy flashback here? Dual-wielding Targaryen. It's really hard to tell who some of these people are, but these two people are wearing Stark leather, so I think we can go ahead and say that one of them is young Ned Stark. The other might be Hallan Reed. I don't know necessarily that he'd be wearing Stark leather, but if they're going to be faithful to the books, then it would have to be Hallan Reed. Without a doubt though, the biggest WTFs are the Night's King grabbing Bran's arm, which just looks like a continuation of this scene here, and 1-1 crashing through the gates at Winterfell. I cannot wait to see 1-1 wreck the shit out of some Boltons. The counterpoint for this is Drogon flying over Vaes Dothrak, looking like he is in for the barbecue of a lifetime. So it's a bit weird looking at all these images of Daenerys that looks like she's going to have to prostrate herself in front of Khal Jacko and the Dothraki and ask them for help. Like, look, I'm here by myself, my people aren't with me, I don't have an army at my back. But then Drogon just flies in, just in the same way 1-1 just crashes through the gate at Winterfell. I don't want to assume anything, but I do wonder if that's going to happen in the same episode. That would be crazy. This scene here could be Tyrion visiting Daenerys' dragons, Rhaegal and Viserion, underneath the pyramid. I really hope that he lets them out. A lot of people think that he might be getting Quentyn's storyline from the books. I don't think it'll go down exactly the way Quentyn's storyline does, but I do think there'll be some similar things. Don't you just love the idea that both Cersei and Tyrion are unleashing monsters on an unsuspecting populace? Cersei unleashing Zombie Mountain, Tyrion unleashing dragons. Jumping back to the Night's King though, I know a lot of you are wondering from that behind the scenes footage, and I'll add a link for that in the description, if them in the root system is going to be underneath the wall. It seems like the same root system where they would be shooting Bran and Three-Eyed Raven scenes, but it is totally possible that they could find a way underneath the wall if they're not going to go through it. The only reason I'm not so sure about that is because there's 2 seasons left, and once they get south of the wall, all hell breaks loose. People in King's Landing like Cersei, people in positions of power, can still deny the threat of White Walkers as long as they're not on their doorstep. Like, oh, that's some rumor that the Free Folk are spreading north of the wall. They're all full of bullshit. We don't have to listen to them. That's not our problem. Once the Night's King's army makes it south of the wall, they just start collecting bodies upon bodies. Their army would grow exponentially, even though the north isn't quite as densely populated as the south. They would spread like wildfire. So I'll be very, very surprised if they do make it south of the wall during season 6. Maybe they'll leave it on a cliffhanger where they're starting to approach the wall at the start of season 7, but it remains to be seen. Usually there is some sort of oh shit moment that they try to end on, like Jon Snow. I think they'll try and repeat that with another similar oh my god that just happened moment. And really, like, the only other big thing we see in the trailer is Brienne attacking Bolton's soldiers in the north. So it looks like she's going to try and help Theon and Sansa, and then Theon is meeting with someone that might be his sister. So what's going to happen is I'll try and do a new Game of Thrones bonus video this Sunday or sometime on Monday. If they do post a shiny HD version of this, I'll totally add it to whatever next video I do. Giveaway time though. Congratulations to this week's giveaway winner, Emily Cummings. You win a copy of the Season 5 DVD or Blu-ray. Just be sure to private message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact details. It's on the About page. Just send me a private message. The next round of the giveaway will start whenever I post my next Game of Thrones bonus video, so be sure to subscribe to get that. And if there's anything specific you guys want me to do, or anything confusing from the last couple of trailers or the behind the scenes stuff, just let me know in the comments. It's crazy to think we are within like the 1 month period, but while you guys wait for my next video to post, you can click here for that behind the scenes White Walker video, and you can click here for like the full Red Band Season 6 trailer. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.